Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mr. English Lesson. I'm James, and I'm so happy you're here today.
And I'm Rachel. Hi, everyone. It's great to see you all again.
Rachel, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, James. I'm really excited about today's topic. How about you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. And yes, I'm very excited too. Today we're going to talk about something that I think many English learners struggle with.
Oh, really? What is it?
Today, we're going to talk about how to think in English and how to stop translating in your head.
Oh, wow. This is such an important topic. I remember when I was learning English, I always translated everything from my native language to English. It was so slow.
Exactly. That's a very common problem. Many students do this. They think in their language first, then translate to English. But this makes speaking very slow and difficult.
Yes, and sometimes when you translate, it doesn't sound natural in English, right?
That's absolutely right. Each language has its own way of expressing ideas. So when you translate word by word, it can sound strange or incorrect in English.
I'm really excited to share some tips today because thinking in English changed everything for me. It made speaking so much easier and faster.
Me too. This is one of the most important skills for becoming fluent in English. When you can think directly in English without translating, you can speak more naturally and confidently.
I think our listeners will really benefit from this lesson today.
I agree. And speaking of our listeners, before we start, I want to ask you all something. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe. Click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson.
Yes, and if you're already subscribed, thank you so much. Please give this video a like. It really helps us create more content for you.
And don't forget to share this video with your friends who are learning English. Help them learn too.
Exactly. The more people we can help, the better. Sharing really supports our channel and helps the English learning community grow.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Now, Rachel, are you ready to start?
Yes, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay, so today's topic is how to think in English and stop translating in your head. Let's start.
Perfect. So, James, can you explain first what we mean by thinking in English?
Great question. Thinking in English means that when you want to say something, the English words come directly to your mind. You don't think in your native language first.
So, for example, if I see a dog, I immediately think dog in English, not in my native language first, and then translate to dog, right?
Exactly. That's a perfect example. When you see a dog, your brain says dog automatically in English. You don't take that extra step of translating.
I see. And why is this important? Why should we stop translating?
Well, there are several reasons. First, translating takes time. When you speak, you need to be quick. If you translate every word, you speak very slowly.
Oh, yes, I remember this problem. Someone would ask me a question, and I would take so long to answer because I was translating in my head.
Exactly. And what happened? Did people wait for you?
Sometimes, yes, but sometimes the conversation moved on and I missed my chance to speak. It was frustrating.
That's a common problem. The second reason is that word-by-word translation doesn't always work. Languages are different.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. For example, in some languages, you might say, I have hunger, to mean you're hungry. But in English, we say, I am hungry, not I have hunger.
Oh, that's a great example. So if you translate directly, it sounds wrong in English.
Exactly right. The third reason is that thinking in English helps you sound more natural and fluent.
Yes, when you think in English, you use English expressions and patterns naturally. You sound like a native speaker.
That's the goal. So now let's talk about how to start thinking in English. Rachel, where should beginners start?
That's a good question. I think they should start simple, right?
Absolutely. You can't start thinking in complex sentences immediately. You need to start with simple words and phrases.
So, what do you mean by simple words?
I mean basic vocabulary that you use every day. For example, when you wake up in the morning, what do you do?
I open my eyes, I get out of bed, I go to the bathroom.
Perfect. So practice thinking those simple words in English. When you wake up, think in your mind, I'm awake, I'm getting up, I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh, so we can practice thinking in English during our daily routine.
Yes, this is one of the best ways to start. Your daily routine is the same every day, so the words become automatic.
I love this. So, when I brush my teeth, I think I'm brushing my teeth.
Exactly. When you eat breakfast, think, I'm eating breakfast. This is delicious. Simple sentences like this.
What about when we don't know a word? Sometimes I'm doing something, but I don't know the English word for it.
Great question. When you don't know a word, there are two options. First, you can describe it with simple words you do know.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Let's say you're using a blender, but you don't know that word. You can think, I'm using the machine that mixes food.
Oh, so we use the words we know to describe what we're doing.
Exactly. The second option is to look up the word quickly and then use it. So you look up blender and then think, I'm using the blender.
I see. So we're building our vocabulary while practicing thinking in English.
That's right. Now, let's talk about another important technique. Rachel, do you know what an internal monologue is?
Internal monologue. Is that like talking to yourself in your mind?
Exactly. It's the voice in your head. Everyone has this. We all talk to ourselves in our minds.
Oh, yes. I do this all the time. Like when I'm making decisions, I think, should I do this or that?
Perfect example. So the technique is to do this internal monologue in English instead of your native language.
Oh, okay, but isn't that difficult at first?
Yes, it is difficult at first, but remember, we start simple. You don't need to think in complex English. Simple English is fine.
So if I'm at the store, instead of thinking in my language, I think in English. I need milk. Where is the milk? Oh, there it is.
Perfect. That's exactly it. Simple thoughts in simple English. This is how you train your brain.
I like this. What about when we have more complex thoughts?
Good question. At first, you might mix languages. That's okay. If you don't know how to say something in English, say it in your language, but try to use English as much as possible.
So it's okay to mix languages when we're thinking?
Yes, no one can hear your thoughts. This is just practice. The more you practice, the more English you'll use, and the less you'll use your native language.
That makes sense. It's like training a muscle, right? The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
Excellent comparison. Yes, exactly like that. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you practice thinking in English, the easier and more automatic it becomes.
So, James, how long does it take before thinking in English becomes natural?
Well, that depends on how much you practice. If you practice every day, you'll notice improvement in a few weeks. But to become really automatic, it might take several months.
Okay, so we need to be patient with ourselves.
Exactly. Be patient and consistent. Now, let's talk about another technique. This one is really fun.
Ooh, what is it?
Narrate your actions, like you're in a movie or a TV show.
What do you mean? Like talking out loud?
You can do it out loud if you're alone, or just in your head if there are people around. You describe what you're doing as you do it.
Can you show me an example?
Sure. Let's say I'm making coffee. I would think or say, I'm walking to the kitchen. I'm opening the cupboard. I'm taking out the coffee. Now I'm pouring water into the coffee machine.
Oh, that's fun. It's like being a narrator in a story.
Exactly. And this helps you practice thinking in English in real time as things happen.
I love this technique. I'm going to try this when I get home. I'm opening the door. I'm taking off my shoes.
Perfect. You're already doing it. See how natural it becomes?
Yes, this is great. What about emotions and feelings? Can we practice thinking about those in English too?
Absolutely. That's very important. When you feel something, name it in English.
So if I'm happy, I think I'm happy or I feel happy.
Yes, and you can be more specific. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm frustrated.
Ooh, I like this. So we're connecting our feelings with English words directly.
Exactly. This creates a direct connection. When you feel tired, your brain automatically thinks tired in English, not in your native language first.
That's brilliant. What about when we're having conversations with other people? How can we stop translating then?
Great question. This is more challenging because you need to respond quickly. Here's the key. Don't try to be perfect.
What do you mean?
I mean, when someone speaks to you in English, try to understand the general meaning, not every single word. And when you respond, use simple words that you know well.
So we shouldn't worry about making perfect sentences?
Not at first, no. It's better to respond quickly with simple English than to take a long time trying to translate the perfect sentence.
I see. So speed and simplicity are more important than perfection?
Yes, especially when you're practicing. Remember, the goal is to stop translating. If you try to make perfect sentences, you'll translate more.
That makes sense. So it's okay to say, I go store yesterday, even though the grammar isn't perfect?
Well, in practice, yes. The other person will understand you went to the store yesterday. Later, as you improve, you'll naturally say, I went to the store yesterday.
Okay, so we focus on communication first and accuracy comes later.
Exactly right. Now, let me ask you, Rachel, what do you think is important for creating an English-thinking environment?
I think we need to surround ourselves in English, right?
Yes, that's called immersion. Can you think of ways to immerse yourself in English?
Well, we can watch English TV shows and movies,
Excellent. What else?
listen to English podcasts and music,
Great. More ideas?
read English books, articles, and social media in English.
Perfect. All of these things help your brain get used to English. The more English you see and hear, the more you'll think in English.
Oh, and we can also change our phone settings to English.
Excellent idea. Yes, change your phone, your computer, everything to English. This way, you use English every day without extra effort.
I did this, and at first it was difficult, but now I don't even notice. I just use my phone in English naturally.
That's wonderful. See, your brain adapted. Now, let's talk about another important point. What should learners do when they catch themselves translating?
Should they stop and try again in English?
Yes, exactly. Don't be hard on yourself, but gently redirect. If you notice you're translating, stop and think, how can I say this directly in English?
So we need to be aware of when we're translating?
Yes, awareness is the first step. Many people translate automatically and don't even realize they're doing it.
That's true. So we should pay attention to our thought process.
Exactly. And here's a good technique. When you catch yourself translating, try to think of the English word or phrase directly, without the middle step.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Let's say you're thinking about responsibility, but you first think of the word in your language, then translate to responsibility. Next time, when you need that concept, try to remember responsibility directly.
Oh, so we're creating direct connections between ideas and English words, skipping our native language.
Perfect. You understand it completely. This is exactly what thinking in English means.
I love this. What about grammar? Should we think about grammar rules when we're thinking in English?
Another excellent question. Here's the important thing. When you're thinking in English, don't worry too much about grammar rules.
Really? Why not?
Because if you stop to think about grammar rules, you're using your analytical brain. This slows you down. You want English to become automatic and natural.
Oh, I see. So we should focus on expressing the idea, not on perfect grammar.
Yes. Think about native speakers. Do they think about grammar rules when they speak?
No, they just speak naturally.
Exactly. They learned grammar by hearing and using it, not by thinking about rules. You should do the same.
So we learn grammar through practice and exposure, not by thinking about the rules.
Yes. Of course, studying grammar is important too, but when you're practicing thinking in English, just let the words flow naturally.
This is really helpful. I used to stop and think, is this present perfect or past simple? And it made everything so slow.
Exactly. That's the problem. When you're thinking or speaking, just use what feels right. Later, you can study grammar to understand why it's correct.
I understand. So thinking in English should be natural and automatic, not analytical.
Perfect summary. Now, let's talk about using pictures and visualization. This is a really powerful technique.
Pictures? How does that help with thinking in English?
Well, when you think in your native language first, you go from idea to native language to English, right?
Yes, that's the translation process we're trying to avoid.
Exactly. So instead, you can go from idea to picture to English word. You skip your native language completely.
Oh, can you give me an example?
Sure. Let's say you want to think about a cat. Instead of thinking the word in your language first, picture a cat in your mind, and then the English word cat should come.
Interesting. So we connect the image directly with the English word.
Yes. This works really well for nouns, things you can picture. A dog, a house, a tree, food, a car. You can picture all of these.
What about abstract words like happiness or idea?
Good question. For abstract words, you can still visualize. For happiness, maybe you picture a smiling face or a happy memory. For idea, maybe you picture a light bulb.
Oh, I like that. So we create visual associations with English words.
Exactly. Your brain is very good at remembering images. When you connect English words to images instead of translations, you think in English more naturally.
This is so helpful. I'm going to start doing this today.
Great. Now, let's talk about another strategy. Have you ever heard of thinking in questions?
Thinking in questions? No. What's that?
It's when you ask yourself questions in English throughout the day.
What kind of questions?
Simple questions about what you're doing, what you want, what you need. For example, what should I eat for lunch? What should I wear today? What do I need to do?
Oh, so instead of just narrating, we're also asking ourselves questions?
Yes, this makes your internal English conversation more natural and varied. In real life, we don't just make statements, we also ask questions.
That's true. And then we answer our own questions in English too, right?
Exactly. You ask, what should I eat? And then you answer, maybe I'll have a sandwich or pizza. I think I want pizza.
This is fun. It's like having a conversation with yourself.
Yes, and it's great practice because you're using question forms and thinking about answers all in English.
I love it. What about when we make mistakes? When we're thinking in English and we realize we thought something incorrectly?
That's a great point. First, remember that no one can hear your thoughts, so mistakes are okay.
Right. We don't need to be embarrassed.
Exactly. But if you realize you made a mistake, you can correct yourself. Just think the correct version.
So if I think I go to the store tomorrow and I realize it should be I will go to the store tomorrow, I just think the correct version?
Yes, but don't stress too much about it. The most important thing is that you're practicing thinking in English. The accuracy will improve over time.
Okay, so progress, not perfection.
Perfect motto. Progress, not perfection. I love that.
James, what about people who are very beginner level? Is it too early for them to practice thinking in English?
No, it's never too early. Even beginners can start with very simple words and phrases.
Really? What can complete beginners think about?
They can start with basic words, colors, numbers, simple objects. When you see something red, think red. When you see 3 birds, think 3 birds.
Oh, so even with limited vocabulary, they can practice.
Absolutely. The key is to start where you are. If you only know 100 words, practice thinking with those 100 words. Don't wait until you know 1,000 words.
That's encouraging. So everyone can start practicing thinking in English right now at their current level.
Yes, start today. Start now, even if it's just simple words.
What's the biggest benefit you've seen in students who practice thinking in English?
Oh, great question. The biggest benefit is confidence. When students stop translating and start thinking in English, they become much more confident speakers.
Why is that?
Because they can respond more quickly and naturally. They don't have that delay while they're translating in their head. This makes conversations flow better.
Yes, I experienced this myself. When I stopped translating, I felt so much more confident in conversations.
Exactly. And what else did you notice?
I noticed that I made fewer mistakes because I was using natural English patterns instead of translating from my language.
Perfect observation. Yes, when you think in English, you naturally use English grammar patterns. But when you translate, you use patterns from your native language which might be incorrect in English.
Right. So thinking in English actually improves our grammar naturally.
Yes, it's one of the best ways to internalize grammar without studying rules.
Amazing. Okay, so let me ask one more question. How can people practice thinking in English if they don't live in an English-speaking country?
Excellent question. You don't need to live in an English-speaking country. You can create your own English environment.
How?
Well, we mentioned some ways earlier. Surround yourself with English media, movies, TV shows, podcasts, music, books. Use English on your devices.
Right. What else?
Join English-speaking communities online. Follow English speakers on social media. Watch English YouTube videos like this one.
Oh, yes. There's so much English content available now.
Exactly. You can immerse yourself in English even from your own home. And most importantly, practice thinking in English during your daily routine.
So we don't need to travel or live abroad to think in English.
No, you can start right where you are. Your daily life is your classroom.
I love that. Your daily life is your classroom. That's so true.
Yes, every moment is an opportunity to practice. Waking up, eating, working, exercising, everything.
This is so motivating. I think our listeners are going to be really excited to try these techniques.
I hope so. These techniques really work. I've seen so many students transform their English by learning to think in English.
Me too. It's one of the most important skills for fluency.
Absolutely. Okay, Rachel, I think we've covered a lot today. Should we do a summary?
Yes, let's review the main points.
Okay, so today we talked about how to think in English and stop translating in your head. Rachel, what was the first main point?
The first point was understanding why we should stop translating. Translating takes time, doesn't always work correctly, and makes you sound less natural.
Perfect. And what's the alternative?
Think directly in English. Connect ideas and images with English words, skipping your native language.
Excellent. What techniques did we discuss?
We talked about starting with simple words and phrases from your daily routine,
Yes, what else?
practicing internal monologue in English. That's the voice in our head.
Right. And what was the fun technique?
Narrating our actions like we're in a movie. I'm walking to the kitchen. I'm opening the fridge.
Perfect. What else?
Using pictures and visualization to connect English words directly with images, not translations.
Great. What about emotions?
Oh, yes. We should name our feelings in English. I'm happy. I'm tired. I'm excited.
Excellent memory. What did we say about grammar?
Don't worry too much about grammar rules when thinking in English. Just let it flow naturally.
That's right. What about mistakes?
Mistakes are okay. No one can hear our thoughts, so we shouldn't stress. Just practice and progress.
Perfect. And what about immersion?
Surround ourselves with English. Watch English shows, listen to English music and podcasts, read in English, change our phone settings to English.
Excellent summary. And what was the most important message?
Everyone can start practicing now, at their current level. Even beginners with basic vocabulary can practice thinking in English.
Perfect. You remembered everything. The key message is start today, start simple, be patient, and practice every day.
Yes, your daily life is your classroom.
Exactly. Well done, Rachel.
Thank you, James. This was a great lesson. I hope everyone listening feels motivated to start thinking in English.
Me too. Remember, everyone, this skill takes time to develop. Don't expect to think in English perfectly after one day.
Right. Be patient with yourself, practice a little bit every day, and you'll see improvement.
Exactly. In a few weeks, you'll notice it's getting easier. In a few months, it will become more natural.
And the more you practice, the more confident you'll become.
That's right. Okay, everyone, we're coming to the end of today's lesson. Rachel, should we ask our listeners to do something?
Yes, we'd love to hear from you.
So, if you enjoyed this lesson, please give it a like. Hit that thumbs up button.
And if you're new here, subscribe to our channel. We post new English lessons regularly.
Yes, click subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any lessons.
And here's something fun. We want you to practice in the comments.
Yes, great idea. In the comments, write a simple sentence about what you're doing right now in English.
For example, you can write, I'm watching an English lesson, or I'm sitting on my sofa, or I'm drinking coffee.
Perfect examples. Write something simple about this moment. This is practicing thinking in English.
Yes, don't worry about perfect grammar. Just write what you're doing.
We'll read your comments, and we love seeing you practice.
And share this video with your friends who are learning English. Help them stop translating and start thinking in English too.
Exactly. Sharing really helps our channel and helps other learners find useful content.
Thank you so much for watching today.
Yes, thank you, everyone. We appreciate you being here.
Remember, practice every day, be patient, and believe in yourself.
You can do this. Start thinking in English today.
Good luck with your English learning journey.
See you in the next lesson.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.